welcome to my reality Jeep life with me, the Vermont Jeep Girl, and this is my daily vlog of 2013. That's right, we got Lola here, and like I said in yesterday's episode, the trails here in Vermont right now are too wet, and we want to preserve them, so I will not be traveling on them until they dry up a bit. So me and Lola have hit the road, and we're exploring different little spots that are cool, you know, and places you may want to visit. So I'm going to show you a little spot that the locals here call Horse's Heaven. It's located in between Middletown Springs and Poultney, Vermont, and it's on Route 140. It's a local little spot. Everybody comes here and cools off down by the river. We just had our thaw, so the river is going really good right now, and it's higher than it normally is. So we're going to take a little hike down here, and I'm going to show you a really cool swimming spot. Now this little spot is not that far from the road. As you can see, it's just a little bit of walk in. And the water's really running really hard, so I hope you're going to be able to hear me today. Now, right now we're in the early part of spring, and none of the leaves have popped out yet. So in the summertime, this looks totally different, and you cannot see it from the road. The water right now is really high. I don't know if you can see it there or not. Let's see if I can do my finger. This little section of water coming in around here, usually in the summertime, isn't flowing that hard. Right here, where these little rapids are, they flow into right behind this rock. It's very, very deep in there, and a lot of people will stand on these rocks right here and jump in. And you can jump in, there's plenty of room. And then as you come out of there, this end here is pretty shallow. This end in here is shallow. There's some rocks in there, but the water is crystal clear and ice cold, even in the hottest July day. Down by these little rapids right here, I believe it's right here, there's actually a hole that the water has carved out, and it's big enough for two people to sit in, and it's like Mother Nature's jacuzzi. It's a really cool spot to sit. Now, this river has changed many times over the years. All of this stuff that you see out here, that was washed up from Hurricane Irene. And it really opened these banks up because it never used to flow way out there and past there. Somebody's hung a little rope swing out there. After a really good storm up here, you never know what this section of river is going to look like. Let's walk further down.
Work in the heat of July, and I will just pull up because the road is right there. I will hop out, I'll jump off that rocket, ice cold water hits me, I'm good, climb back up into my Jeep, and I'm off.
There has been times that I've come down here after a big storm, and every one of these rocks would be covered. The water would be all the way up to that first rock ledge up there that I first came down on. That's how much water will flow through here during a storm. I don't know if you can see it through the camera, but if you look at the rocks, how they're carved by the water that has flown through here for eons, I guess. How it's carved smooth and there's different shapes. This is one of my favorite spots of my little guy, and he learned to swim right out here. Now, during the summer, the water is not going to be flowing this hard. It will slow down. It's just right now we're in our thaw. And what I find really interesting is this spot. Let me move. this area right here off this rock never used to be this wide or this deep. This was all washed out 2 years ago from Hurricane Irene, and it has really opened this up to a really nice big area to swim in. My little guy is a rock connoisseur, and every year he always brings back a big handful of rocks. He finds the most amazing looking rocks that have been river washed, so they're all nice and smooth. And come this summer, I'll bring you back to this spot and you will see the difference of what everything looks like with leaves on it. But right now, we can just enjoy the sound of the river.
Joining me today and coming down to a cool little spot down here in the river they call Horses Heaven. A nice little swimming spot even on the hottest day in the middle of summer. Please, if you do visit any one of these places that I have been showing you, please respect the area